Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Saultsports.com's version of senior football. Superior Heights Steelhawks seniors versus the Korah Colts seniors in Sault Ste. Marie High School action tonight. I'm Scott McPherson, joined by John Ostrowski. We have a great tilt here this afternoon. The 2-0 undefeated Korah Colts going up against the 1-1 Superior Heights Steelhawks. Must be getting tired here, Coach. Two games in one night. So, again, beautiful night here at the field house. We got a powerhouse Korah Colts team, underdog Superior Heights team, but you got to play the game, and everybody looking to get excited here today. What are you looking for in this game, Coach?
You know, I'm looking at the Korah Colts. They were ranked 3rd in the province coming into this season. They're definitely the team to beat in this senior division, as well as it seems like they're the team to beat in the junior division. So I'm excited to see them play for the first time this year. Of course, Superior Heights winning their first game in 3 years, a couple weeks ago. That's a big chip off the shoulder. So I think the Superior Heights team is going to give them a good challenge. I think it's going to be a great game.
Excellent. And, of course, high-powered offenses, Korah Colts put 31 points up against the mighty St. Mary's Knights team last week. The Steelhawks, some great defenders here, hoping to slow down the vaunted offense of the Colts. Colts obviously without one of their feature backs, Caleb Thibodeau, out with an injury, but is hopeful to get back for the playoffs or sooner, and we wish him all the best of luck. Also Drew Esposito on defense for the Colts, out with an injury, but hopefully speedy recovery for him as well. They'll be missing those guys, so maybe the Steelhawks can exploit that defense miss and put up some points of their own. So again, we've got a great tilt here. We're excited to bring it to you here at Saultsports.com. Looks like the Steelhawks are going to kick off. Hunter Dickinson to back to receive, rather. Ty Beaupre also back. Looks like Deacon Goche doing the kicking duties for the Steelhawks. Also setting up as quarterback. Not sure which hash he's going to kick from, but Goche is settling in. So
there we go.
Still have time to get down there. It's a beautiful night here at the field house. So if you want to see some great action, 7:30 start. Here we're underway.
Another short kick to start this one off. Oh my goodness, it's Steelhawks ball, number 14, Cameron Herdanen. Wow, that's a way you want to start the game if you're a Superior Heights Steelhawks. That just caught the entire special teams off guard, and you don't expect to start the game like that. And here we go, Steelhawks. They're going to get the ball in the Korah Colts 30-yard line to start this one.
And as the underdog, that's exactly the start you want. A nice kick in the intermediate zone, not an onside kick per se, but just over that first line of defense. Cam Herndon, ball falling in his lap, and able to corral it, bring it forward to the 30, and a great place to start for the Steelhawks, just the start they wanted.
All the praise in the world for Herndon with a heads-up play, able to corral the ball, and his team's on offense to start this one.
Ball's
the ball's loose again. Oh, my goodness. One play.
Recovered by Korah.
Wow.
Man in motion, and
number 60, Spencer
ball
Hedrick
never made it back to the quarterback. Spencer Hedrick, number 60, playing for the Colts, was able to return and retrieve the ball, and a turnover on the fumble. Colts will take it from their 33-yard line. So a bit of a sloppy start here, and to get underway, like I said, Steelhawks were looking forward and licking their chops at that opportunity to take that ball and move it down the field and maybe score first.
Yep.
Giving the Colts the opportunity here now as they take over.
Sloppy bit of football from both sides. You don't want to see that as number 25. Nathan Gazzetti going off for a big run, and there he is. Heard so much about him to start this one. And a dynamic runner. He's brought down by number 92, Grayson Maniero. And it's going to be a first down for the Colts.
So Gazzetti with a big pickup there. Looked to be in the grass, but able to be elusive and get through that tackle and pick up for
13 yards and a first down.
13 yards out to the 48, it looks like, for a first down. So, and looking to move the sticks here. 1st and 10. And looked like
Quick little
that was
handoff.
Arwen Shafi on the carry. Obviously Shafi.
It's like 23, Cole Barbo.
Cole Barbo on the carry
With the
for
carry.
the Colts. And looks like we'll get a lot of Cole
45,
Barbo
Michael
and
Weiss
Arwen
tackle.
Shafi in the
Sets up
absence
2nd and
of
5.
Thibodeau. But the Steelhawks better be watching for that Gazzetti electrifying runner, like we mentioned, number 25. Stepping back, Varpio looks to pass. He passes to 19. He's open in the flats, looking for one block. He's got it.
Oh, my goodness.
Calling a flag on Commissar, is it?
Martone, a quick little outlet pass to Ty
Martone
Koski.
passes to Ty Koski,
He
who
takes
usually
it
does the
57 yards into the
kicking
house
duties.
for a touchdown.
Yeah, it's
We
gonna be
do have
coming
a
back
flag
for
on
sure.
the play.
And Nick Caruso, unfortunately, a little interference on the play. It looks like a flag, but nonetheless a first down.
Yep.
They'll mark the infraction after the first down. Korah Colts will have the ball, but they will not celebrate the touchdown.
And this is an unfortunate start for the Steelhawks. You know, you start with all the momentum. You come in as the underdog, as you said, getting the ball back by Herndon's great play at the kickoff. And after one play, you give it up. And 2 plays from the Korah Colts, and they're already knocking on your door. And this is
So
just
it's
an
holding against
unfortunate
Korah,
way
that'll
for the
negate the
Steelhawks to start this
touchdown.
game.
I don't even know if I like that
10-yard
call on
penalty.
the block. Maybe I missed the hold on it. But
And
coming back, Caruso
First down.
got the flag. But a nice job by Varpio rolling out. So, Eric Martone. Eric Martone under center, rolled out, or not rolled out, but went to the air, found Ty Koski, and sure-handed Koski is able to make the grab, go for more yards, and ball is at the 46-yard line. 51 Karkidi.
Nice bit of blocking. Number 60 with that block.
Ethan Garchini with the
Spencer
carry, and he
Hedrick,
takes
he
it to
opened the
house.
door
47
for a Colts
yards.
touchdown,
Touchdown,
and they're going to get it
Colts.
right back after the flag. Touchdown, Colts.
Spencer Hedrick and Christian Matthews both leading the charge and leading the way. Easy for Ethan Karkidi once he made that first guy miss to take it to the house. And again, Ethan Karkidi, not a typical running back or not your number 2-3 in your depth chart, but with the injury to his cousin Caleb Thibodeau, Ethan Karkidi comes in, and an unorthodox runner because he doesn't have a lot of reps under his belt, but he is certainly fun to watch. And if he learns to put that ball away when he gets into traffic, he's going to be one
Koski's
dynamic
kick is up
runner
and good.
Yep.
by accident or by design
7-0.
with the injury to his cousin. So great job by Ethan Karkidi. Obviously Anna and Ralphie over in the horse corral there in the stable, probably celebrating an early 7-0 lead with Koski getting the extra point.
And this is why this is the third best team, ranked preseason number 3 in the province. This team is just a well-oiled football machine, and you can see it. The blocking is absolutely fantastic, opening the hole for the running back to get it. He walked into the end zone.
Yeah, all I had to do is beat one guy and a couple of great blocks downfield, and obviously nothing but pay dirt. And Coach Annett deserves a lot of credit. The play calling on a typical run situation, he rolls out or throws the ball and throws to Koski for a big gainer, and then on the next play, a nice end around, and lots of weapons here on this
Koski
Colts
to kick off for
offense.
Korah.
And like you said, that's the reason they are so highly ranked and respected and feared. So.
Yep.
So the kickoff will come with Koski doing the duty.
Cole Kahn, Kalen
Cole
Kuglietta
Kahn
back
and Kalen Cuglietta back.
to receive the kick
Both
from
of those
Koski.
guys having great weeks last week. Cole Kahn, the great old hockey player in his right, and Kalen Cuglietta with a strong second half. With might have been named our player of the game actually last game. So he's off to a
Cuglietta
great
switching.
start.
Cuglietta
Cuglietta making some guys miss.
To the outside.
Takes it out to the
Gets across
31-yard
the
line.
30 before he's tackled.
So it looks like coach that the
Martini with the
Steelhawks are
tackle
going to
for
put that
Korah.
first drive behind them and
Yep.
come out and reset, and they have a great offense in their own right. So looks like the scoreboard reads 6-0, but with the extra point, I believe it was good, so it should be 7-0. 9:37 to go with the Steelhawks taking their second offensive series. First one a little short-lived after the man in motion fumble, and Dakin and Gauthier looking to lead his Steelhawks down the field. Got a power backfield here. We got one man deep, two men deep in motion. Ball snap. Looks like the end around has to turn it up inside. Number 80, Cole Cond. He's still loose, but brought down by 3 or 4.
With a nice little run, he spins, gets
Korah
to the
Colts.
33, 34 yard
Mason
line.
Batacchio in on the tackle. Number 4, along with some help from Evan
Spencer
Novello.
Hedrick with the tackle.
Spencer Hedrick getting credit also
Sets up.
with the assist. So. Gain of 3 on the play. Nice motion, nice run. Nice job of Con picking up 3 inside after
2nd and 7
the door closed in on him.
for the Steelhawks.
Offensive line setting up, getting ready for the shotgun. Dakin and Gauthier getting ready to take the snap. They're showing pass, but you never know. Yeah, they're going all out.
Empty the backfield. Coach A with a nice pass for the first down if he can hold on to it. And it's out to the 45. Pass completed
pass is
to
good.
Cond again, I believe. Yep. Cole
Complete
Cond
looks
with
like
the
number 80,
catch.
Cole Con. Good enough for
And that's what I love about Canadian football. I love being able to throw the defense
8
off
yards
guard,
and a
send
first
some
down.
guys in motion before the snap, and it looks great when it
he's
works.
tackled by number 3, Evan Novello.
And again, they certainly emptied the
8:15
backfield in
remaining in
motion
the first
there
quarter.
and had everybody guessing. And as a backer, you're frozen. You're not sure what your responsibility changes. And obviously, the Colts unable to adjust. Completion, Cole Cond. First down, Hawks. There's 16 inside, and he's got a nice run. Looked like they had him
16,
stopped.
Cuglietta with a great
Cuglietta
run
with a
up the middle.
Great
He
run
goes
for the
for
first
about
down.
12,
Goes for
13 yards, and
13
a first
yards
down,
to the
Steelhawks.
50 of the Colts. So again, just what
He's eventually brought
Doctor
down by number
ordered.
6,
Exactly
Cole
what the
Correa.
Hawks wanted to do, establish the run game. Okay, doing a nice job, putting the ball, marching the ball down the field, and Steelhawks so far will be more than happy with that execution. Con with the ball, Cuglietta with a couple carries. Still haven't seen Gauthier do a whole lot yet, but the key word being yet, as he is able to run the ball, throw the ball nicely, and command this offense. So he calls his number.
There it is. Ooh.
And he takes a nice slide, picks up about 4, saw the
Gauthier
Colts
keeps
closed
it.
in on him, able
Goes
to
a couple yards, slides.
live to fight another day. So
Good for about 3 yards.
The big boys up front for the Steelhawks doing the job so far, opening the gaps for their runners, and a couple first downs, really showing the strength of this Steelhawks offensive line. Of course, number 69, Andrew Church, snapping the ball to the QB. He's doing a great job of blocking there, as well as the left guard and everyone on the offensive line here. And you saw they set the
Cuglietta
pulling guard
again with a
there,
great
but it's
run.
not going to
Gets
lead to a
almost the
huge gain. Number
45.
16, Kalen
It'll be third
Cuglietta,
down.
picking up a few yards here.
tough tackle there.
Ethan Scott with the tackle for Korah.
92, Grayson Monero in motion there, making his way down the line. Is that 93
Sets
or
up 3rd and
99?
5.
I'll have to get a number
Special
for
teams coming on.
that Steelhawk, but nice job. And as we mentioned earlier, 4 down football for the junior program. It is 3 down in here in seniors, so that's why we look a little confused. 3rd down coming up. Back to punt is Gauthier not doing the duties. It looks like number. We'll get that punter to you in a second.
Ooh.
A high, short punt.
Not going to be able to give him 5 yards.
Blown
Deemed
dead.
dangerous, blown dead. Kicked by number 10, Chase Meyer. And no flags on the play, but obviously blown down for safety reasons, probably. So,
Good call by the referee. You don't necessarily
1st
need to
and 10,
call no
Korah.
yards there. Just blow the play dead, because they're not, the Korah Colts aren't going to get, the Spirit Heights Steelhawks aren't really going to benefit from that punt regardless.
You know, a short punt, they wish they have that one back. Chase Meyer, normally a sure-footed punter, but it's a long game here. 6:04 to go. 7-0 leads the Korah Colts, and as the St. Mary's Knights saw firsthand last week
Colts
with
offense onto the field.
Gazzetti running for over 300 yards, you're not going to stop Gazzetti, so the job is to limit Gazzetti.
Yeah.
As he takes the ball on first down and runs it and carries 2 or 3 guys for about 7 yards.
And off to Cole Barbo.
Oh, Cole Barbo
It's
on
5
the
or 6
carry,
good
my
yards.
bad. So Cole Barbo wearing 23, very similar to 25, who is Gazzetti. Cole Barbo a little bigger than Gazzetti, but a little tough to see here in the backfield. So
And that was 44, Albert Perrault on the tackle for the Steelhawks.
good. Perot had himself a game again. Played well last week in that decision against
Tackle by
White
number 20,
Pines.
Cole Clement.
Quarterback rolls out.
Martone able to throw. He's got a man if he keeps running.
Ooh.
19
Pass intended for Ty
Toski
Koski.
broke off his route a little
Falls
bit.
just a little further down.
Fall just beyond his outstretched hands.
Defended by number 7.
Bit of a
Cohen
wobbler by
Kremlin.
Martone there, but
Sets up third
squares
down.
his shoulders and able to deliver that ball a little more on the rope. I think Koski's in for a touchdown or at least a big gain. So Martone will work on that, and we look forward to some great aerial attack here tonight. Talking to Coach Annett, he said that maybe he would throw it up. Matt Primo doing the offensive coordinator job for Annett's Colts, and he likes to do the run thing. Another awful punt.
A little bit of low snap and a shank kick.
15, Nixon Blair doing the duties
Just
on the
beyond
punt, I believe.
First down marker. So it'll be first and 10 Superior Heights.
And as we
from the
mentioned in the junior game, a
53-yard
little bit
line
of
of the
nerves
Korah
maybe,
Colts.
but those two punts kind of not what we are used to seeing from these senior programs. But like I say, the jitters are in the house. These Steelhawks, both and the Colts, are going to settle into some great football here at the field house. So 4:52 to go. Steelhawks take over after the punt. Out of bounds at the 52-yard line.
Yeah, it's a little bit interesting. You really want to get those punts down early because it could spell trouble if you lose confidence in your special teams this early into the game. And they're sending their backers in motion again. Quarterback's on an island outside, and he's going to get a couple blocks, but it's going to take a mountain of Colts,
Goche
including
keeps
number
it.
60, Spencer Hedrick.
Dodges a couple, but eventually caught by Ethan
It's going to be
Novello.
second down for the Steelhawks.
Goche
Not a
gets
whole lot there, but
almost
able to
to
get a
the,
couple yards.
So Hedrick
Close to
having
the
himself a
50.
day
Looks like they're
already.
spotting it on the 49.
Ethan Novello never one to
Sorry,
miss a
the
party,
51.
always stepping up and helping out and joining the gang tackle and doing a nice job limiting that gain to about 2 yards. So a nice rollout, looking like something was
Sets
going
up
to develop
second
there
and
after
8
they emptied the backfield
for the
again.
Steelhawks.
But obviously the coverage by the Colts downfield is good enough that Goche doesn't look to pass.
And full blitz from the Korah Colts, but it looked like somebody jumped.
Flags out almost immediately after the snap.
And I think that's going to be against Superior Heights if they're blowing it down immediately. So we'll see what the call is. And they seem to empty that backfield out a bit. Maybe something we haven't seen. Maybe they put that into play this week. But call on the field.
It's going to be offside against the defense.
Oh.
Of course, in Canadian football, the false start is the offside
That's a 5-yard
equivalent
penalty against
for the
Colts. That'll
offensive
set up
team. And
second
it's offside,
and
just
3.
plain old offside for the defense.
So that's a nice break for the Steelhawks as they get an extra 5 and move it to the 46-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 3. So we'll look to see the run here. Maybe Cuglietta again.
Wide receivers in motion.
Oh, defense. Able to get back on side. No flags. That was close. Oh, ball's out. Goche has to pick it up, has the poise to pick it and run with it, but throws to the official, but was down by contact after a loss. So loss of about 10 on the play.
bobbled.
So
Goche takes it on the run.
and
He's
again, we
taken out
talk
by
about
number
that
6,
sloppy stuff,
Colaruda.
the missed punts, Colaruda
They'll
on
set
the
up
stop,
third and
but
long
third and
after a
long will
loss of
force them to punt.
approximately 10 yards.
But as you said, that center quarterback exchange, costly there as they lose 12 or 10 and take themselves right out of even having a
Ty
decision to make.
Beaupre,
So
Nathan Hyam.
You know, you try to get them offside, it works. Well,
Back for
obviously
the
not
Colts.
because the Korah Colts were able to reset, luckily, but then again, you just get the yips a little bit. So the 1 second lapse of judgment, that ball goes sailing over your head. And now the Steelhawks, it's a much different feeling. You got to punt it away.
and there's a Chase Meyer, we know, number 10 making the punt.
Punt
Looked
is
like a
fielded
leg
by
whip there, but
Colaruda.
didn't get called on it.
It's
Colaruda,
knocked down somewhere around the 34-yard
Returning.
line.
29 for the Steelhawks. Kevin Jones able to make a stop on Aruda.
Kevin Jones.
And again, there's
With
Chase
the
Meyer,
tackle.
number 10, with a nice kick, able to have the time to set it and deliver that one down the field. So not a bad starting spot for the Colts at the 35. And like I said, we've seen a little bit of running inside with Barbo. Let's see if we see the emergence of Gazzetti again. Obviously, you don't want to tip your hand too much too early, but obviously you got to go with your big dogs, and Gazzetti is definitely on the corner, one of the fastest backs here.
QB drops back. Oh, yeah. No doubt about it. That could even be considered a helmet tackle by number 7, Gage DeVoe, but it's brought in by number 81. That's going to be Nick Caruso. And sorry, the tackle was on number 7, Cohen Fremlin for the Superior Heights Steelhawks. That's going to be first down for the Colts.
And a nice job by number 81 to get up and get that ball at the top of the ladder. Nick Caruso, big tall drink of water. Mom, Lisa, Dad, Kevin must be watching here at the field house and loving watching their boy doing a job here. There goes Gazzetti. And if you don't hit him early,
for the touchdown.
You can say goodbye.
I don't think I've ever seen that speed over a decade of minor and high school football experience in the Thunder Bay area. I don't know if I've seen anyone have the speed that Nathan Gazzetti has. Wow.
When I was 7, John, I saw a human being shot out of a cannon at a circus, but that's as close to Gazzetti as I've seen. So if you missed it, rewind. You don't have to rewind very far because it took him split seconds to get from the 40 into the pay dirt. Gazzetti up to his old tricks again. So the Steelhawks will have to fix that. And I'm such a fortune teller, I was able to predict that he was going to have another big run coming up short. So
how do you stop that? That's just raw talent. Wow.
And as I said, you have to stop him early. You have to bring everything and gang tackle. If he finds a seam, and for a little guy, he's an elusive back. As fast as he is, he's absolutely as elusive too. So if you don't get a hat on him, he can go for miles very quickly. So that is the danger of playing against Mr. Gazzetti. And again, he's looked poised to have another big game. So, And again, fun to watch. Even if you're a Steelhawks fan, you got to admit and you got to appreciate the skill and the talent of these young athletes, including Gazzetti, who's dazzling again for the second time in 2 weeks. Last week went over 300 on 4 touchdowns against the Knights, and we didn't love to see it as Knights fans, as my son plays for the Knights. But you got to respect, and you got to make adjustments to fix that. So again, Steelhawks to receive the ball. Cole Kahn back. He's going to catch the ball and return. He's looking straight up, looking to find some blocking. He's able to escape out to about the 27, where the Steelhawks will take over. So, again, how do you answer that?
Yeah.
It's a quick strike offense, so Steelhawks are hoping to find a little lightning in a bottle and do a little bit of the same. So, and 14-0 up early in the first quarter, 1:22 to go. I think the Steelhawks have to put some points on the board just to stay relevant in the conversation if they're going to last in this one.
They're not playing bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's just the experience of the Korah Colts on both sides of the ball. And, of course, a guy like Gazzetti, who is an absolute game changer. It took me 2 runs for him to figure out that he is that guy for the Colts. So it's going to be an uphill battle for the Steelhawks. They just got to, it's hard to say play better because they're playing well. Like as you see there, number 16, Kuglietta with a great run, but it's just these Korah Colts are a powerhouse.
Yeah, and Kuglietta gets out to the 40 and moves the sticks for a first down. And
number 10, Logan McGregor with
fun to watch. Logan McGregor
that'll be a first down
on the tackle for the Colts. But again, the Steelhawks are not playing bad. It's just the Colts are polished and they're marching the ball. They're making the stops, and they're making it difficult for the Steelhawks. But Coach is back. Quick handoff. That's to number 40. We haven't seen him yet.
Easton Whitfield Hurley with the run.
Easton Whitfield Hurley. who I didn't see last week in the
Gets
matchup,
about
but
6 yards.
looks like a solid runner. Picks up 6 on the first down, makes it
Ty Beaupre.
Give him
Beaupre
7.
with the tackle.
Second and
running
3.
him out of bounds. We do
Ty
have a
Beaupre for the Colts.
injury timeout.
Ty Beaupre for the Colts with the tackle. Ashton Sachin hopping off. Ashton, a great defensive end and a vital part of that defense, so they're going to hope to have him back. One of the members of the
So officially now it is an 8-yard run.
Sioux Sabercats varsity team that won their Ontario Championship in August down in Windsor, so obviously they hope to have him back. And again, while we're waiting for this play to resume, we'll mention again that those Sioux Sabercats, the senior varsity this year, with teams or players from all of our programs, both Colts, Knights, Wolverines, and Steelhawks being represented on those teams, and a great job by them to capture the Summer League Championship Ontario. So congratulations to them,
Sorry, this will be
all
the
their
last play of
coaches,
the first quarter.
on a great season. Much success next summer. Take it in hands, but there's a flag.
Blown dead.
Hands off inside. Back to line of scrimmage before it's blown dead.
Flag.
That was 2nd and 2, so we'll see what the flag is for.
I was actually lucky enough to play against the Sabercats back in 2017. The Thunder Bay Knights came up here. We had a little exhibition game at this very field, and we were surprised that the this field was gorgeous. The conditions were great, and it was a great time.
Yeah.
Be a 5-yard penalty and a first down.
And before the season, the team from Thunder Bay actually came up and scrimmaged with St. Mary's Knights and practiced with the Korah Colts just on Labor Day weekend. So it was great to see them making the trek north or south.
Yeah, south for us.
South for you, 10 hours roughly to come and play with us. And it was great to have them, and some big boys and some great talent in the Thunder Bay Loop. So here he goes wide, number 40, I believe.
Oh, nice
a big
hit.
stop by Aruda, stepping up to negate that lead or limit that run to about 3 yards for number 40, Easton Whitfield Hurley.
With a good hard run.
Nice hard run, but stopped on
Knocked
a
out by
dime when
number
he's
6, Cole
knocked by Aruda. So Aruda, another member of those Sabercats who
Tackle was finished off by 69.
won that championship. So nicely done. I thought Hurley was on his way there. He had a good little scamper, only to be stopped by a hard charging Aruda. So
that should be it's going to be the end of the quarter. The officials are just going to switch the sticks really quickly, and we're going to just switch sides. Still 14-0 for the Korah Colts after 12 minutes.
So we have nothing, John, and of course John Ostrowski is joining us from Thunder Bay. He's studying sports admin at Sioux College, I believe, or Algoma College.
Yes, sir. Sioux College.
Sioux College. Sioux College, and he's joined. We're glad he joined us here on the broadcast. Saultsports.com. I promised him an exciting game. I promised him a hard-hitting game. I promised him a bit of flash and dash from Gazzetti, and so far I've kept my end of the bargain. So he's got to be excited and thrilled at the action so far.
Absolutely, it's a great bit of football. Like I've mentioned a couple times, I've been covering football for about a decade up there, ever since I was like 13, 14 years old, and I've also been doing Algoma soccer this season. So it's been nice to get back to the gridiron and see some high school football. And I've been very impressed with the talent in the Sault Ste. Marie area. Both of these teams are just loaded with talent, and I assume that White Pines and St. Mary's are the exact same. Can't wait to call games on for them.
Absolutely. And John also does the Sioux College soccer and covers other sports here for our amateur sports. So you can join us anytime on Saultsports.com and catch many of those great matchups. Nice ball thrown. Unfortunately, Cond
as he throws it,
ran his route. Pass was a little short by Gauthier. Sure, they'll get back in the huddle and make a change on that.
Defending, and that'll set up 3rd down.
But it'll bring up 3rd down on the incompletion to Cond, and looking at a punt situation. So.
Yeah, I like that play call from the Steelhawks. You don't get the result you want, but he was open. He had bit of an opportunity to catch the ball. It's just you didn't get the result you wanted. But you got to take risks in this game, and I like that from the Steelhawks.
Especially down 14-0 early, right? So nice pass. Again, under a little bit of duress and had to unload the ball probably a little earlier than he wanted to. Meyer back to punt.
Looks like.
And you are not gonna beat the Korah Colts by playing defensively. There is no stopping Gazzetti. You got to go score for score with these Korah Colts if you have any chance of staying in the game.
Yeah. And for a team who's not known as a run and gun, they like to keep the ball on the ground. They have a great quarterback with a great arm in Goche, but they would love to muck it out, and they're probably a little disappointed that the rain didn't come, and instead they are blessed with a beautiful day, which is, right up the alley for the Korah Colts, because their quarterback can throw, but like you say, when you have it on the ground, you got a Karkidi, you got we mentioned Caleb Thibodeau is out, but you have Arwin Shafi running the ball, Cole Barbo, big ground and pound. They get hard yards. They can play it along the ground. They can throw it up in the air, and they're polished in what they do. So Superior Heights, obviously in tight here, but watching a punt here. They got a little two-wide system out here on the Steelhawks, so maybe a trick play, but I anticipate that they're going to try to punt it deep and have these two gunners hard charging. Maybe they can cover that and get a turnover.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Kick off the side of the boot. Con didn't know whether he should catch it, but got his hands on it. Blow punt whistle down.
Kick went straight up in the air. A little bit of safety issue, so they're going to blow it dead.
So again, Chase Meyer, first kick, not a great one. Second kick a boomer, and then this one went off the side of the foot. So Chase Meyer have to regroup. Usually a very sure-footed kicker. Another break, and those are mistakes that you can't make against a great Colts team, because they can come back and
that's just
cost you.
That's just killing the Steelhawks. Instead of starting at the 25-30, you're now starting in your own end. You're at the 53-yard line. You're not setting your defense up for a chance at being successful when you have subpar special teams. Special teams is so important to the game of football, and it's so underrated. And now the Korah Colts are in just such a better chance to score as they're going to air out the pass, and it's going to be incomplete.
And Nick Caruso might have had that ball that he cut and crossed up his defender, or even drawn a pass interference. But
back to Nick Caruso.
Martone didn't quite get enough distance on that.
Trundling in the area, and the ball.
He's going to talk to Caruso and explain a little break off on that. But anyway, they'll regroup and start at 2nd and 10. So Martone, undeterred, comes back to his huddle. We'll go right to the ball. Setting up under center. They got that T backfield. No. Single back. Barbo in the backfield. Oh, they got motion. Number 17. 17, Nathan Hyam. And he's got the corner. And could go the distance.
Wow. Hyam takes it around the left side for a touchdown. We do have a flag on the 50-yard line.
They're coming back.
And some great speed there. Not Gazzetti type speed, but Hyam, as I look down to find out, number 17, turns the corner, makes a few people miss, and scampers into the end zone. Players are looking to set up for extra points, so I believe that the officials will deem it a penalty against Steelhawks, and that will count as a score.
They were waving it off as to say that the Korah Colts, of course, declined the touchdown. And wow, where did Hyam come from? Nathan Hyam, number 17. You're right. He has blazing speed. And how do you stop this Korah team with so many weapons?
And I've seen a couple of these Korah games this year, and I haven't seen Hyam carrying the ball. So obviously, in the absence of Thibodeau, maybe next man up mentality. And obviously, Hyam came to play and able to take it in for the score. Extra point looks to be good, as is usually the case with Mr. Koski. 21-0 if they advance this scoreboard. Hyam is a basketball player. And we talked about that last week with Coach Lillington, that a lot of these athletes are multi-sport. They dominate some of these great hockey players. Cole Cond out here. Some of these guys come over from their AAA days, wrapping up hockey, and come over and play here. Some of these athletes will go from football season into basketball season to soccer season, hockey season, volleyball season. So a lot of these great athletes, multi-disciplined, and some great athletes. So Hyam, as we're told, is a basketball star in his own right and is making a name for himself on the football field here. So great job by Hyam to make a case for the great replacement for.
Ladies and gentlemen, hey guys, thank you.
Thibodeau,
we need the other vehicle to turn the lights off.
Beam.
The referee's talking to you. Thank you.
And of course, only in Sault Ste. Marie, where somebody wants to save $5, so they park outside the gate and have the highlights, high beams on. So, thank you for obliging and watching in the dark. All right, so Colts are kicking off. And again, it'll be Koski doing the duties. And of course, I think they're happy just to kick it deep. Risk the long running back, but pin them deep so that the Steelhawks will have to march. And of course, Koski with a big leg
kick
all the way to the 15-yard line, maybe the 10. Cole Con able to turn the corner. He might be able to break off a nice little run back.
Cole Con gets a nice block, goes around to the outside.
The 25, 30-yard line.
Gets it back to, I don't know, I'm going to say around the 30 at the very least.
So nice job by Cole Con, as we mentioned, a fantastic hockey player. Now we're lucky to have him on the football field.
Give that one to
Magic. And
7, Gage DeVoe. Looks like he was in the area, running him out.
Gage DeVoe forcing him out about the 30-yard lines, which is where the Steelhawks will take over. So 21-0, 10:25 to go in the second quarter. So obviously the Korah Colts flexing the muscle as we expected them to do. The Superior Heights Steelhawks will have to answer quick and often in order to inch their way back into this game. But regardless, we were poised and ready for some great action here.
And the Steelhawks, like I've been saying all night, they're a good team as the quarterback drops back to pass. He's not going to find anything, going to keep it for himself. It's just these Korah Colts are a well-oiled machine. That's the issue with going up against the powerhouse like that. They can hang with any team, any high school football team in the province, and they're showing that.
And you know what? It's interesting, too, because here Ethan Scott steps up and makes the play with assist from Mason Batacchio. And we've named on the defensive side about 10, 12 different players in on tackles, making things happen. Almost impossible to pick a player of the game because so many of them make a case for themselves, right? And then on offense, obviously, you got the high-flying Gazzetti. But Hyam making his case, having himself a great day. Caruso with a nice catch, and of course the guy delivering the ball, Eric Martone, having himself a day.
And Gazzetti's so low to the ground, and he's so fast. He reminds me of like a Maurice Jones-Drew type runner. As the quarterback passes out, he's gonna not find his target intended for number 80. Intended for number 80, Cole Con. It's going to be third down. But as I was saying, Gazzetti just runs so hard. He's a short guy, but he makes up for it in absolute power. He has so much power that comes from his legs, and he's able to just fly down that field.
Absolutely. And Steelhawks, though, like you said, they're just missing by mere inches. And sometimes it is game of inches. That pass, just a little outside the outstretched hands of Cole Con. Nice delivery by Dakin and Gauthier to get him the ball. They're going to connect before the day's out, and he was one step away from taking it for a big gain. Roughing the passer goes against Korah, so he'll get a first down and move the ball forward. So, although they didn't complete the pass, the equivalent is.
So that'll be a 15-yard penalty and automatic first down.
15-yard gain. And of course, those defensive guys start licking their chops when they see the quarterback within sights, and you got to let up a little bit and play within the rules, within the whistle. Steelhawks up 15. Goche steps up, he throws, and that's going to be intercepted. Novello
intercepted by the big
picked,
man.
and he could go all the way.
Goche hits
nice job by
as he throws it, lands in the hands of Ethan Novello.
Wow.
Steelhawks to prevent a big run back.
For the Korah Colts.
Ball was tipped, maybe an ill-advised pass by Goche. He was under pressure, under duress, didn't look to have too many receivers in the area. Ball tipped. Novello stepped up, made the interception, and returned at about 10 yards.
And that's, that's a great job by Evan Novello stepping up and seeing that the ball is in catchable range and just not losing focus. And then after that, he was getting yards after the interception, got about 15, 20 yards. So that's just a stand-up play by the big man there.
And Dakin and Goche putting the world on his shoulders here and trying to do a little bit of everything and maybe a little too much there. Maybe opt to not to throw that, go down to third, and even if you have to punt. But here's 23. Barbo with a carry, takes 4 guys to bring him down.
Hand off to Barbo. Gets a
led
couple
by
of good yards.
64. Carter Girardi on the stop. A nice hard run, picking up a few. Brings up second down. We'll give him 4 or 5 on the play. Bringing up 2nd and 6. Oh, a nice handoff inside. 23's got the ball. Barbo is running. Has close to the first down.
Barbo again. Good hard run.
Clearly looks like they spotted it forward of the first down markers, so they'll probably march that ball forward. As we wait for them to move those sticks, we'd like to remind you that Wendy's, the Sault Ste. Marie, and Teams Essentials team up with Saultsports.com to honor this high school's top athlete of the game. Anytime Sault Sports and Truos Radio broadcast and stream their regular and postseason games. Each game, Sault Sports announcers will select a player from each one of the teams where they will be awarded a Wendy's gift card and Team Essentials with a Team Essentials Athlete of the Game t-shirt. So, obviously some people standing out and some players making their case to be considered for that game, Athlete of the Game. And like I said, we're getting a great game here and some great contributions by
1st and 10,
all
Korah.
Offense, defense, special teams. Some line work and blocking, all warranting consideration for that Athlete of the Game. So good luck to all our players. And ball handoff to Barbo. He's going to run hard, tucking it away, rumbling forward for about 18 or 12 yards at least. Looks like inside the 15-yard line, and that might be enough for another first down.
Barbo with another good hard run. Gavin Nye.
23, Gavin Nye on the stop for
the tackle. It's another first down for the
Korah
Colts.
Steelhawks. Colts marching again, first down. Number 55 for the Korah Colts, Jack Metcalf. Working the offensive line, usually playing in defensive mode, but Big Jack can do it all.
Offside. Looks like it might be on Korah. Going to be in for the touchdown, Colts.
What a nice job by Mitchell Commissar. Another one of those Sabercats getting his toes in and tucking it inside the cone. Mitchell Commissar, one of those sure-handed receivers, also another Sabercat, as I mentioned, that won one of the Ontario Championships this summer. And a nice job to use some body control to get his toes back inside.
And I was wrong on that penalty call. It was against the Sabercats, so the touchdown, of course, will stand, and the penalty was against the Steelhawks, not the Sabercats, and the touchdown will stand. The Colts will kick the extra point.
16, Ty Beaupre in to hold for the Colts. Koski to kick.
No problem.
Kick is up and good.
And we'll just say money for Mr. Ty Koski as he chips in another extra point. 4 for 4 on the day, bringing the 28-0 lead to Colts. And again, it's not that the Steelhawks are not playing well. It's just the Korah Colts are a polished unit. They're just marching at will. That didn't even feature Gazzetti, going for a scamper. That was just good hard running up the middle from a cast. We mentioned Cole Barbo having a couple good runs there. We didn't even hear Gazzetti's name. Martone just effective and efficient in delivering the ball and spreading it around. Beautiful catch by Commissar, getting his toes in and taking it to the house. So a great march, great romp by Korah. And again, they're flexing their muscle, 28-0. It's not out of the woods, but they're certainly making it tough on those Steelhawks to make a comeback and be a factor in this game. But we have Koski on the kickoff. It looks like Kokond back to receive.
And just checking the rankings of the CFC Canada Football Chat, which is the main source of high school football all around the, not just only Ontario, but the entire country. Korah came in at 13th, not just in Ontario, but in all of Canada. So that tells you how good this team is. As the Steelhawks go back to return.
He's still on his feet, the returner. I don't know if it's Beaupre or.
Good run.
It looked like
eventually run.
It looked like number 13, Will Sayers, to me, but I could be wrong.
Like number 7, Gage DeVoe.
Gage DeVoe in on the stop regardless, and looks like the Steelhawks get the ball after a decent return at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, 35, and it will be 28-0 for the Korah Colts.
Requiring an adjustment from the official to make that scoreboard correct. 27-0 is marked. 28-0 your score. 6:06 to go in the half. So let's see if the Steelhawks can march that ball. Goche takes a snap, hands it off. Nice run up the middle. Probably falls forward for about 5-6 yards.
Comes out to just beyond the 40-yard line.
Ball carrier is 16. Kalen Cuglietta on the carry. So Cuglietta having himself a good day with some,
tackle by
some nice runs.
Johnny Lesnick.
96, John Lesnick on the tackle for the Korah Colts. So again, another tackler that we haven't heard from yet today, but like I said, by committee, everybody's stepping up. 57, Cash Coventry having himself a day. Back in linebacker outside on the right side here. Looking to challenge. Stopped in the backfield.
And a big play by the defensive line of the Korah Colts.
Good behind the line of
pursuit, number 52, Riley Carter. Number 8, Ethan Scott, the left side of the line, getting through, making a big stop. 69.
Fell exactly.
69, 34.
It's a loss of yardage.
Owen Andriola.
Sets up at third.
69, Ethan Sorrell. Just making things miserable in the backfield for those Steelhawks, unable to get those yards. So it brings up third, and looks like they're going for it on 3rd and 6.
Good call by the coach of the Steelhawks. I think you might as well just go for it. You have nothing to lose at this point. And a direct snap.
And Colts have nothing.
Ethan Scott busts through the line.
Easton Whitfield Hurley takes a direct snap.
Nowhere to go.
Ethan Scott was having nothing to do with that and was able to snuff
Loss
that
of
out.
Yardage.
Loss of yardage, but it didn't
downs.
matter because on downs, 3-down football, that signals the end of their drive for the Steelhawks, and the Korah Colts will take over a great field position from the 35. So we do see some more points here before half, Coach.
Oh, I mean, put Gazzetti, give him the ball. I don't see how you could say no. You don't see him score, right? He's just such an electric runner, and it's not just Gazzetti, like you've been saying. It's Barbo, it's Novello's getting in there. Even the quarterback Martone. Like it's a balanced attack from this Korah team. It's almost impossible to stop them. They're so bent on getting into that end zone. It's just such a difficult task for the Steelhawks defense.
And it looks like Hyam's chomping at the bit. He's motioning. He's telling. No, they don't go to him. But, ball was put up to Koski. Were they able to pick it off? That's one of those balls that lands in your hands if you're a Steelhawks after a bobble through Koski's hands and almost picked off. But nice job on the Steelhawks defense to
That'll set up
defend that. 2nd and 10 coming up. 3:37 to go. Lots of time in the first half. We're glad you could join us here on Saultsports.com. They're going to take the 2nd and 10 snap. Eric Martone under center. And the reverse.
Wow.
Fake to Gazzetti. Nice block there by number 2, Martone.
Little trickery on the Colts.
There's your Hyam out there on the wing. So
number 17, Nathan Hyam follows
that was a play early, Coach, predicting that end around.
Takes
but
it around the corner.
A nice reverse.
Good yardage.
And that's the luxury also having a guy like Gazzetti when everybody's focusing on him and everybody's moving and almost cheating to him because you have to stop him from getting the big break. You trap it inside and reverse the play. Hyam ends up going for a nice little gain. Gain of about 9 on the play, which is pretty good for Hyam to get around the corner and make positive yards. It's just nice job by Steelhawks to stop that, though. It could have gone for more.
It's just the thing I notice about this Korah team is nobody's standing around. They're either blocking or they're looking to make a block, or that's
ball's on the ground.
Oh, the ball as they do fumble the ball there, but as you see, nobody's standing around. Everybody's looking to make a block. Of course, that's not a great example because it's a broken play. Still leads to a first down. That being said, it's just they play the game almost above their level because they have the little things down so well.
And of course, when the gods of football are smiling on you, the ball, even though it hits the dirt, pops into the hands of Mason Batacchio, and he's able to ramble and not just get the first down, but go for 8-10 yards and bring it to about the 16-yard line. So Mason Batacchio, another great running back by default as he picks up the scramble ball.
Hand off to Batacchio, goes for a couple of good hard yards.
Perfect. And again, Batacchio, not normally the running back, gets some touches here today as the game's a little out of reach and showing that he deserves at least a look and is helping his cause and helping the Colts cause.
Colt Yeaman with the tackle.
Yeaman on the tackle for the Superior Heights Steelhawks. 2:21 to go. Colts happy to just chip away, run the rock, pound it down the Steelhawks' throat and wear them down with a short bench. That's going to be a little bit of a problem in the fourth quarter.
Oh,
nice ball, a little throw up for grabs. Pass
Martone hit
intended
as he
to.
passes.
Is that 84 maybe for the Korah Colts? We don't have an 84. I can't see that far.
Looks like he's looking for Caruso downfield again.
Oh, that was
Pass
81.
Caruso.
81 Caruso, the intended receiver, pass incomplete. Kind of a timing ball where he just threw it up to the back of the end zone and looked like more Steelhawks in the way in that area, but Caruso unable to get under it. And I mentioned earlier, 27-0. You said Koski was good on that extra point, but maybe they did not make it. We'll check with that, and we'll get back to you, see whether it is 27 or 28. But
we're trying for the field goal. Koski to attempt.
Field goal for Koski, which should be automatic from here. Great leg.
Yep.
The hold is good.
Full praise hold is good. Kick is up and good.
Snap is good. Koski. And again, we talked about that during the junior game, and what a luxury to have as a coach is a guy named Koski.
Just under 2 minutes to play. Reminder, the concessions
anything
are open.
Inside 40 yards is pretty routine for him. He's nailed extra points pizza. All season, including last season when he was a junior. You might have played senior last year. My mistake. But regardless, he's automatic.
St. Mary's and White Pines doubleheader tomorrow night.
Even if you
think
about punts, those big boots, they go into the end zone, and that vaunted rouge that we talked about could be the difference in the game. But doesn't look like it to be a factor in this game. But moving forward, into the playoffs, when you're in a close game, it's so nice to have a kicking game that you can depend on like that.
Absolutely, and it just, like you said, it opens up so much more for coaches. And if you want to compete at that level, this level where you're competing up against the best teams in Toronto and Ottawa and all around the country, and you're in that upper echelon, you need a good kicker, and Koski just alleviates that for the Korah Colts. It alleviates that stress, rather, of making those surefire extra points and field goals.
Yeah, we got a little confusion, maybe a timeout on the play.
We got ourselves a timeout.
Superior Heights didn't have enough bodies on the pitch, so they had to call a timeout with 1:54 to go.
Concessions are open.
And I don't have a number 61 for Superior Heights, so we'll look for that at the half and see if we can't get you that number. And looks like the 35 is where the Steelhawks will take the ball and begin their march, looking to get that goose egg off the board and replace it with a big 7 to give them a little momentum going into the second half. So play to get underway. 1st and 10 from the 35. Your Steelhawks marching the ball. Shotgun formation. Coach is set. Man in motion. Handoff inside. Ball carrier is Cole Conn, I believe. No, that'd be 18 this time.
Nick Deering with the carry.
Nick Deering with the carry. So
he was tackled by number 66, Miguel Bedard.
Tackled by number 66.
Miguel Bedard on the tackle.
Miguel Bedard. 2nd and 5 for the Steelhawks.
Brings up 2nd and 5. Don't forget we want to thank our corporate champions, Huron Superior Catholic District School Board, Northern Sports Excellence, Freeze Frame Photos by Bob Davies, Wendy's of Sault Ste. Marie, Team Essentials, Maximus Rose, Elite 8 Basketball Academy, my apologies, and True House Sports Radio. Is that a keeper?
It looks like it was, if I'm not mistaken.
And they get close to first yard down. First down yardage, I should say, but looks like they're short a couple. Brings up 3rd and 2, which they'll go for with 1:20 on the clock.
Cash Coventry.
Cash Coventry on the stop.
Sets up 3rd and 2 for the Steelhawks. 1:14 left in the half.
So 1:14 to go. Hawks need 2 to keep this alive. Oh, big rush. Looks like going to be a bull rush forward. Coach on the carry. Looks like he has enough for the first down. We'll see what the flag. Nope, no flags on the play. Looks like it'll be a first down.
We do have a flag on the play.
Offside against the defense, so it looks like regardless, they'll be getting that first down call.
Okay. So they gained about 4 on the play. They might accept the penalty and move forward 4 or 5 and take the call. Either way, it's going to be first down. Steelhawks with 53.6 to go. If you're interested in having your business highlighted on Sault Sports TV, contact us at saultsports@gmail.com. Make sure you keep up to date with Sault Ste. Marie High School Sports online at www.saultsports.com. There you can follow the game stats as games are in progress, watch and listen live to the broadcast, and get the latest news for upcoming games. Make sure to tell the world you're here. Share your experiences, connect with other fans, and gain behind-the-scenes access to your favorite teams in Sault Ste. Marie and Algoma. For more information, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and
Deering gets
TikTok.
out to almost midfield before he's tackled.
Deering with the carry out to midfield.
21, Logan Anderson.
Logan Anderson on the stop for the Colts. And a gain of about 6 yards. So bring us up 2nd and 4
for the Steelhawks.
Now, when do you start to panic, Coach?
Not right now, that's for sure. I think this is a learning experience for the Steelhawks. I feel like if you're the coach of the Steelhawks, you have to keep saying this is the level we want to be at one day. We're not here yet. We want to be here. So I think if you can get some points on the board, get some more moral victories against this powerhouse team, I think you win, and that's not how you're going to get those moral victories, just throwing it straight to number 3, Novello.
Lands in and out of the hands of Evan Novello.
Novello's eyes as big as saucers, looking for pick number 2. Wanting that Wendy's gift card, but bounced around, and he wasn't able to corral it. But speaking of the little things and the polish that the Korah Colts have,
Pass falls incomplete. We got ourselves a third down.
that play was whistled in, and the clock started at 48 seconds. By the time they ran that play, we're down to 25 seconds.
Yeah.
In a close game and a hurry-up offense, you want to be up there and max 6-7 seconds off the clock before your ball is snapped. And those are little things that these Steelhawks still have to grow with and will develop as the season goes on.
Yeah, you can't give up 25, 30 seconds on that kind of play when you're trying to get back into the game. That's going to be a turnover and downs regardless. So it's Korah going to try and see if they can make one or two more things happen till the end of halftime. If they can't, then we're just going to go in with a 30-0 score line. Most likely that's going to be the case, but we will see.
And a nice rollout there by Goche, but unable to connect with his receiver. So that's the first time he's actually had a time to roll out and set and throw without too much pressure. So he'll be looking to complete a few of those passes in the second half. Key is not to get frustrated and discouraged. You can expect number 4 to come out and bring his best second half here. And the Colts are going to roll out and pass themselves. Oh, and number 17 headed up the field before he squeezed it.
In and out of the hands of Hyam.
Number 17, Hyam, was at a great first half. Just got a little too anxious there and started looking upfield and practicing his touchdown celly before he hauled it in. So they'll go back to him again. He was wide open, able to make that catch. Nice pass delivered by Martone, and hopefully he'll get another chance to redeem himself. So rather than take a knee and go in with a 30-0 lead, they're looking like they're going to put the hammer down and see if they can put some more points on the board. So
we'll see what they can do here.
Martone hands off, and he's got Gazzetti.
Nice tackle in open field by
Nathan Gazzetti with a nice run.
DeVoe.
Sorry, number 2. I
Gets
believe
him
that
about
was
14 yards
that
and a
was
first
number
down.
7.
Tackle by number 7.
That
Cohen
was
Fremlin.
Cohen Fremlin for the Superior Heights Steelhawks, and 9 seconds off on the board will be first down.
Oh, that is correct. I said DeVoe. DeVoe is for the Colts, number 7.
Korah's called a timeout.
Cohen Fremlin actually with a beautiful tackle. And like I said, you don't get Gazzetti earlier, and if you don't hit him hard, he will slip through and burn you. So that was a nice job to limit to a first down, but keeping Gazzetti out of his favorite place, which is the end zone. So with 9 seconds left, we might have time for one play, maybe two. Okay, so we just got confirmation from the booth that it is 31-0, so they're missing one of the extra points on a touchdown. It shows on the scoreboard 30. It is indeed 31. So with 9 seconds left, the Colts are marching back on the field. Try one last play or two to extend their lead over the Superior Heights Steelhawks. Glad you could join us. I'm Scott McPherson with John Ostrowski. We'll be back for the second half. We're going to take a break for about 10 minutes after this play. We're glad you join us. And if you like great football, stick around. Come on back. Like I said, we'll take a break. We'll come back for the second half. But first, this play. And they give it to Gazzetti again, and he has some blockers out front. He's able to get loose all the way down to about the 20. 1.5 seconds left on the clock, so able to take a knee or be tackled just before
76 on
the end of the
tackle.
half. Chance for one more play. And again, he was just inches away from breaking that the rest of the way, right?
It's almost every single play.
1.5
seconds seems like he's going to go for a touchdown. And when you have that kind of stress as a defensive player, having to worry about a guy like that, it messes with you. It gets into your head mentally. You're worried about the one guy. You take your attention off guys like guys like Barbeau, guys like Nathan Hyam, and it disrupts your defensive flow, and it's created a 31-point problem for these Steelhawks.
Absolutely, yeah. And Hodgkinson with the stop there for the Superior Heights Steelhawks, another great hockey player, and and obviously a great football player as well. And we talk so much about Gazzetti, we forget about the impact that the rest of those guys are doing. And you mentioned Hyam. You mentioned Tchaikovsky receiving the ball, Cole Barbo running the ball, all these guys. We haven't heard much from Arwin Shafi. I don't know if he's dressed today, but haven't seen him carrying the ball at least. But these guys are all great ball players in their own right. And, you know, when you have to respect the speed of Gazzetti, you forget about these guys, and these guys come back to bite you, whether it's, Ty Beaupre, and the list goes on. Even their second stringers, their second quarterback, Varpio, I mean, he's a guy that can come in and be a starter on any other team in the league. He's backing up to Eric Martone, and if they have to go to the passing option, he's a great option. But some of these guys are really
ladies and gentlemen, that's the half.
Just waiting for their chance, but you can't sleep on them either, because these guys that are in Gazzetti's shadow, they're as effective and great ball players in their own right. So looks like, is that a field goal to end it?
That was a rouge. The field goal went out of bounds. A missed field goal went out of bounds, so it should be 32-0 on the scoreboard.
Perfect.
And we will be back after that halftime break. For Scott McPherson, I'm John Ostrowski. We will see you soon.
We're ready for second half. Woohoo! All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Saultsports.com's coverage of the tilt tonight between the Korah Colts and the Spear Heights Steelhawks. I'm Scott McPherson here with John Ostrowski, and we've got a 32-point lead for the Colts over the Steelhawks. So kickoff underway. Cole Kahn back to receive, catches it over his head. He's got some blocking leading out. Needs one shot. There's that shot. Brings it out nicely to the 30.
Nice bit of tackling from number 10, Logan McGregor. And it'll be first down for the Steelhawks.
Eventually brought down around the 29-yard line.
Again, some nice blocking setup for Kahn, but nice job by, like you said, number 10. Was it number 10, Chase Meyer?
McGregor
for Korah. My apologies. Looking on the wrong side of the score sheet again. Logan McGregor with a nice job to filter through there and take down Kahn before he was able to get out to green pastures. Ball is spotted on the 29-yard line, which is where the Steelhawks will take over and hope to dig out of this 32-point hole in the second half.
He's got two back.
Nice direct snap.
Snap to Deering.
Nice bit of gang tackling from the Korah Colts. And it seems like if one guy's on the tackle, then 3 to 4 Korah Colts are on the tackle. And that's the story of this Korah Colts defense.
And they do a nice job of just...
help. 37, Curtis Price.
Going to the ball, tackling by committee. Liliana Sachin in there on the tackle as well. So Liliana getting a chance here in the second half and making the most of it as an outside linebacker. Again, if you caught that, our spotter says that Liliana, oh my goodness, a rough collision there. As number 18, Deering makes the carry.
Deering with the carry. Tackle by number 41, Liliana Sachin.
Novello with the tackle, assist by Liliana Sachin again. So 2 plays in a row. Sachin in on the tackle. And as mentioned, Liliana Sachin playing for Team Ontario earlier this summer. So
back for the
great
Colts.
athlete in her own right and making her case here for some playing time as the Colts are up 32. Oh, ball's on the ground. 17 able to recover it, so Hyam trying for the big return. Able to scramble at the 48-yard line, fall on it.
Basically touchdown by
Colts
20,
will
Cole Clement. That'll be 1st and 10,
take
Korah.
over.
And yeah, you said that Liliana Sachin played at the 2023 with National Women's Under 18 games. It was down in Ottawa this year. We had the 8 teams. There were the 2 Ontario teams, black and red, as well as New Brunswick, Manitoba, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Team Quebec, and the National Indigenous team. And that's absolutely awesome to see. The women's football is definitely growing in this country and growing as a sport in general. So it's awesome to see some Sault Ste. Marie representation, you know, kind of laying the foundation for the sport of women's football.
And not a lot of women playing at this high school level and stacking up against the boys, but hats off to those girls, and there are a few with the other clubs as well.
Sets up 2nd and 6.
Even a few in the junior division that are continuing that great tradition. So well done, ladies, and keep rocking. There's a swing out to Hyam, the one he scored on earlier, and he's got a lane. He's able to, as he steps out of bounds.
Pitch to Hyam.
But a nice gain
he goes right
on
down
the play.
The sideline, but eventually steps out of bounds, trying to avoid Superior Heights.
Hyam. Wow, this kid is good
We're
as
going to mark
well.
it at the 29.
So 8 girls exhibition or teams in Ontario, according to the booth here, that are playing exhibition games throughout Ontario throughout the fall. So their version of the travel teams getting out and traveling the country and showing what girls in football can do. So well done, and keep up the great work, as I said. Number 16 here with the carry, that's Beaupre. Ty Beaupre with a nice scamper. Those feet were moving pretty quick. Back
good
and
hard
forth,
yardage, good for about 15 yards and a first down.
15 on the carry, bringing up first down.
Tackle by 45, Michael Weiss.
Michael Weiss on the tackle for the Steelhawks, number 45. Ball's on the about 15-yard line.
And, yeah, going back to women in the sport of football, it's obviously great to see. And, you know, you usually see 1 to 2 girls on a team. We're starting to see more and more of that. And, yeah, it's about growing the game. My dad was lucky enough to coach a couple young ladies for the Westgate junior team a couple years ago. They had 4 girls, which was the first time ever in Thunder Bay football history that we had more than one girl on a team. So you're definitely seeing growth in that aspect of the sport, and it's fantastic to see.
Absolutely. Pick up on the play by Batacchio and a gain inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. So Colts marching again. And you mentioned women in sports, and obviously Sault Ste. Marie is no different. The Women's Hockey League here is growing by leaps and bounds, and the Professional Women's Hockey League having their inaugural draft this week. So, again, the ladies getting a chance to play and be highlighted. And no call on the play. Crusoe goes up.
Incomplete. That'll set up
for a ball with number 39, maybe.
And
89.
And in the NFL, that's definitely a penalty. Anywhere else is probably, 50-50. I'm not going to argue whether that's a penalty or not, because you can make a case both ways. But it's good to see the referee kind of, letting them play after a 50-50 ball. You don't need to call a whistle at this point and the story of this one. So I really like that call by the referee to just, let them play after that.
And again, usually the rule is if the defender has a look back at the ball and instead of just blocking. Crusoe did a nice job to kind of try and draw contact and draw the flag. Didn't get it that time, but a nice play, even on the defensive side, to prevent that completion. That's the Ty Koski we know. That brings it to 35. And 35-0, we will go to straight time as per the rule. So again, Ty Koski with about a 20-yard field goal. Maybe a little shorter, but that's the Ty Koski we know and love, knocking it through after the miss earlier. But great job by Koski to put that up and shake off the last kick. And 35-0 is your score in the third quarter, 7:18 to play. Steelhawks will get the ball back at their 35, hoping to make some magic here and eliminate this shutout.
And it's unfortunate that it's run time at this point. It's unfortunate that the Steelhawks weren't able to make anything. But like I said earlier, this needs to be a growing step. The Korah Colts are the envy of this league. And the Steelhawks need to look at themselves, be like, hey, boys, this is where we are. We're a good team. We want to be where Korah's at. So like I said, it's unfortunate, but you either win or you learn. And the Korah Colts are learning a lot about themselves, and they're learning a lot about how to compete with these type of teams.
Yeah. And as we pointed out earlier, you got a team on the sideline, about 30 players. You look over to the Colts side, and they've got 50 plus.
Loss of about 1 yard.
So even that is an
obstacle
that is hard to overcome. Steelhawks still playing hard, still executing their plays, and like you said, learning. And at this point, every week they grow and they get better and they improve and they stay positive. And come playoff time, who knows what happens? You sneak one off and you surprise somebody. Somebody gets complacent, and that's what they're looking for. Just a chance come playoff time to do it.
Pass in and out of the hands of number 12, Jacob Nelson.
for Nelson. Jacob Nelson, number 12, with pass intended receiver. Coverage on that, number 20, Beckham Rosiah maybe. So again, some of our Colts getting a chance to play.
Beckham Rosiah.
Nice coverage on the play.
With an excellent defensive play. Sets up 3rd and 11 for the Steelhawks.
And as much as you don't want to be on the receiving end of a 35-0 score, this is an opportunity for new kids to play and some of our seconds to come on both sides of the ball and get a chance to get the reps and grow your confidence, because it's hard to come out every day, Monday to Thursday, and practice and be a sacrificial lamb, put in the time, the sweat. Now these guys are finally getting a chance to show what they got. High with another ball on the ground. He's able to pick it up, and he might have the speed to get to the corner. Looking for one block. He doesn't need it as he runs out of bounds.
Oh, looks like
Hyam tries to get around the corner on the far side.
Yeah.
Eventually stopped.
Brought down by
just past 45.
77 maybe. No, I don't have a 77, but ran out of real estate. Thought he had enough to make the corner, but was tackled in bounds, but they'll take over from the 46. And again, when you get an opportunity to go in, your seconds come in, or you get to see different people in different positions, and some of those seconds might impress on special teams or on any facet of the game, and make a case for themselves for playing in real time and in a big game. So, and like you said, injuries happen, so everybody has to be ready to go next. And wonderful opportunity. There's the ball.
And
I be rushed out.
And I think with the Steelhawks program, obviously they have great infrastructure. In this fold, they were only built, I believe, 10, 11 years ago, this building.
Yeah.
So, you have a smaller group, 30, 35 guys. Once you start winning and once you start seeing consistent improvement, what the Steelhawks are starting to see, you'll get more kids out, more interest in the game, and that's how you grow the program. I've seen it back home, and I've seen it in other places. That's how you grow football programs.
And you'll hear a lot of times the word culture, okay? They brought a culture in here, and the kids are buying in. We talked to Coach Will Bazois about the White Pines program, and everybody associated with that program says that he's brought a culture there. They're in their rebuilding stages, so they're going to have some bumps along the way. But he's got the kids buying in. He's got them coming out to practice, which was a problem before. They don't have a lot of numbers, but like you say, they'll win a few games, and they'll start people talking. Kids will want to go there. Kids will want to, keep playing in a 35-0 game. And the beauty thing about Will and his program that he's encouraging as an Aboriginal Indigenous person that Will is. He's encouraging that for his kids. With many of them that are Indigenous at White Pines, and has them believing in it and their culture and their pride and taking tradition.
Picks it up. We do have 2 flags.
And being proud of what you're accomplishing by committing to a team and teamwork and working together and building something. So hopefully that culture will eventually develop the way that the Tom Annetts have built the culture at Korah, and St. Mary's had a fine tradition of winning and pride, and all these teams are hoping to build on that and develop that to be like the Korah, what they are now, and emulate that tradition of winning. So
it looks like holding on.
So all these programs are on an upward climb and hoping to become the elite program in the league, which is always what you aspire to do when you're going for a championship.
That'll back them up 10 yards. It'll be first down.
We've gotten a little bit away from the play here. We got 151, 35-0 is the score. Steelhawks have the ball on their 38-yard line. 1st and 10, so new set of downs. Let's see what they can do as Gauthier drops back in shotgun. Looking to pass. He's got a man wide open.
Oh, beautiful.
Brings it in, and he's able to get away.
Nice,
for a gain out to the 53. So that is, I can't get the number there. 16.
Pass to number 11. Tyler Greco is complete.
11 is
Good for
Tyler
about 17
Greco.
yards on a first down.
And again, there's a number we haven't
Tackled by
called.
number
Let
21,
Tyler Greco make a nice
Logan
route.
Anderson.
Bobble the ball a little bit, but is able to secure it and carry it out to the 53 of the Korah Colts. So nice little march. And again, these are the things where you get to look over on Monday on game film and see what the tendencies of the Colts are and how you can improve your route running and your blocking and develop as a team. So pass or handoff to 16. 16.
A couple nice plays here.
Galen Cuglietta.
Around the 40
Nice
for
run
another
again.
Superior Heights first down.
And again, it's all about consistencies too at this level at high schools.
Jackson Hill
High school athletes, teenagers. It's just a matter of developing that consistency. You just saw 2 plays in a row where they ran for back-to-back first downs, and they're marching the ball. Looks like they're doing a great job. Looks like they found their confidence and they're rolling with it. Just a matter of doing that on a steady basis, and that progress will come. 10 seconds to go. This might be the last play of the third quarter. Then we'll flip the table. Gauthier back to look end zone.
That will be the last play. There's the buzzer
Hands
going.
off inside. He's got some room. He's got the room. He might make the corner. And now he's got one man to beat. Number 7 on the defense. Oh, a nice pursuit.
Gets around the end for some great yardage.
Nice pursuit by number
Tackle by
21, Logan Anderson.
Anderson again. Another first down for the Superior Heights Steelhawks.
So once again, some great play by some of these guys coming in to fill in. Anderson, nice pursuit after a big gain by number 16, Kalen Cuglietta. But not before another first down, and that'll bring us up to the fourth quarter where Korah Colts lead 35-0. But as you say, if you're watching at home, Saultsports.com, Steelhawks looking pretty formidable on the offense right now. So getting a few things rolling, finding their groove, and hoping to score and break that goose egg, and a moral victory nonetheless.
And of course, all about winning the little battles and moral victory.
That's the end of the
putting
third
up a
quarter.
point, 7
Teams
points
switch
against
sides.
the 13th
It'll
best
be
school in
first
the
and 10,
country.
Superior Heights from
That's
the
definitely
12-yard line
a moral
of the
victory.
Colts.
You know, they got some great players. They got Cuglietta, Gauthier, Russian. Like they're not lacking in talent whatsoever. It's just getting a little less sloppy with it. You know, getting the ball off quicker, getting the ball snapped quicker, making sure everyone's down and set and ready. And that's just stuff that comes with time and learning the game. So you can't fault them too much for stuff like that. But it will. You hope it will eventually come for the Steelhawks. Hopefully, you know, if not this season, then with the guys who are coming back next season, and you keep building and building and building.
Short yardage.
And that's where it's going to be.
Yeah, no such a thing as overnight success, and
Right.
sometimes it takes some growing pains and some lumps.
Looks like 2 yards. Tackled by number 37, Curtis Price.
As we see some other veterans here, Kevin Lee, number 5 for the Colts, man and out on the defense. Evan Mitzi on the defensive line. Of course, Pat and Shara watching their grandson play, and Evan having a big day here, getting some kicks and licks. And
Oh, nice bit of play from
Nice way to-
Gauthier.
Gauthier tries to make something out of nothing. There's a penalty marker down.
nice job carry on the play by Gauthier. Penalty flag. Gauthier indicating we're going for it.
52, Riley Carter with the tackle.
So again, there's no give up in Gauthier. He doesn't want to kick the field goal. He says we're going for it. We don't want to settle for anything. We're going to score. We're going to show what we're made of. And got to love the gamesmanship at a down 35-0. So there's no quitting number 4, and he's trying to convince his coach, let's go for it regardless of down and distance.
And that's what you love, especially from a leader, Decaden Gauthier, the quarterback of this team. That's what you want to see from your guys who
So that's a
gotta
face
step
mask
up.
against
And
the Korah Colts.
that's going to be a face mask against the
Ball will
Colts,
be
so it
moved to
makes
the
it that
1-yard
much
line. It'll be
easier for
first
the
and goal
Steelhawks to try
the
to put
Steelhawks.
something on the board. They're going to get 3 chances to punch it in from the 1.
All right, Coach Steve, you can read the offensive coordinator's brain here. What is your call?
Up the gut.
Up
Up
the
the gut.
From the 1 with a yard off.
They got to give you a yard anyways. Oh.
Dropping back out to shotgun. Let's see if he rolls back up. Stay in shotgun, looks like. Man in motion. And Gauthier
Okay.
wants it himself, so a nice
Gauthier
call.
keeps it. Touchdown, Steelhawks.
That works as well.
And Gauthier is rewarded. I mean, he deserves it. He's worked hard. He's battled. He's been banged around a few times, completed some nice balls, having himself a game, and coach rewards him with his chance to call his own number and answers that bell and rings it in for 6 points. Looking to capitalize and make it 7. He'll hold for the kicker doing the duties, number 10. Chase Meyer. So a great job and a great march by the Steelhawks. Obviously, that's the way they want their offense to perform. They did a great job marching the ball. So confusion in the backfield here. Cole Clement up blocking. Gauthier to hold. Meyer with the kick.
Kick is good.
And the kick is good.
Kick is up
7 points.
Good. Chase Meyer puts it right through.
So in the second half here,
7.
the tie game 7-7. Unfortunately, the first half put Steelhawks behind the 8 ball a little bit. But nonetheless, like I said, moving forward and going to game film on Monday, the coaches for the Steelhawks have to be pleased with that effort, moving the ball, marching. Scoring against a very powerful Colts defense. And speaking of that, Coach, we don't often give the Colts defense enough credit. They got some great stoppers there. They got some great rush. Their defensive 4 is second to none. They got guys all over the field just chipping in and doing their thing. You got Christian Matthews, Spencer Hedrick, we named a few times. They're missing Drew Esposito, who's out with an injury. In his place, Jack Metcalf steps up. Ethan Carkidi. Some of these guys are just dogs on the bone, and you know they're playing big. And you know, the 35 points notwithstanding that the offense put up, those points just now were the first points that they've allowed today. So again, often the unsung heroes, those guys on defense, those guys in the trenches, those guys doing all the dirty work while the other get the glory. So so we appreciate that. And as a linebacker playing Steelers, I always loved that my big boys up in front, they were clear the path for me and made my job easy. So the big boys down low that don't get all the credit, certainly they do. And that's why Tom Brady used to buy his guys Rolexes for protecting them, because that's a lifesaver.
The game is really won and lost at the line as the Korah Colts number 85, Mitchell Commissar just takes a knee, and it's going to be first down for the Colts. And like you said, it's so hard to praise everybody on this Colts team. The offensive line is amazing, the defensive line is amazing, the secondary is amazing, the wide receivers are amazing. You got to spread the love equally, and it's almost impossible to do when you have a well-oiled football machine like the Korah Colts in front of you.
Yep, absolutely. And I would like to see for the Colts, and we see it today, Alex Varkpio under center pulling for quarterback. They're giving Martone the rest of the day off maybe, and Alex Varpio, number 12, in under center to direct traffic here. Alex, a great baseball pitcher and a great kid. Twin brother. John, also number 24 on this Colts team playing. But Alex probably super excited to get the nod for this series. And Alex usually
9-yard run.
Their go-to in the passing game. So when Martone comes out,
Nathan Adams with the tackle.
Yields to Alex, who's
9
got
yards, sets up
great arm.
1.
Nate Adams, who had a big, strong game last game. Number 3 for Steelhawks. In on the tackle on that one. 2nd and 1.
Sends his guys in motion, and another flag on the play.
A lot of flags here late as we get sloppy, but looks like Kevin Lee on the carry.
Through.
Kevin
Lee for a loss.
Great hockey player. Back when I coached him when he was a 5-year-old.
It's a procedure against
and
the
a
Colts.
Great competitor and great athlete, great family. So Kevin Lee kicking it here on the gridiron. Love to see it. And we got some wholesale changes here for the Colts, so we'll see.
Little under 5 minutes left
New
to go in this
faces.
one.
Looks like they're waving something off there, but ball back to the 46-yard line. All right, so we got some new personnel here for the Korah Colts. 65, Donovan Matthews in. There it looks like they're back to punt. Snap is good. Kick's a good one. Angle to the sidelines and goes out at about the 37-yard line.
Between the 35 and 40 and exits right out of bounds. Spear Heights will take over.
So
4 minutes remaining.
4 minutes left. Running straight time. We got to remember that the athlete of the game, sponsored by Wendy's and Team Essentials. We're going to honor the high school's top athlete of the game every time the Sioux Sports TV streams their regular and postseason games. So the Sioux Sports announcers will select a player from each of these teams, and they will be awarded a gift card and a team tee from Team Essentials in the Sioux. So. All right, so we're just making our final picks here for our players of the game, and John and I will be back shortly with that information for you. But Gauthier has got the ball. He rolls out, bad snap. Ball hits the deck. There's a flag on the play. Completes the pass nicely to.
Botch snap leads to a completed pass and some first down yardage. We do have a flag on the play.
Is that maybe 16? Galen Cuglietta on the catch.
Riley Carter with the tackle.
Riley Carter with the tackle. 93, no, sorry. We have a 93 on for Korah, but I don't have a number or a name for that.
And after this play, we have made our decision for the
All right, so I mentioned 93 in for the Colts. David Maurice getting his chance to start here. And Steelhawks trying to put some more numbers on the board. Or
3 minute
points on the board. 11, Tyler Greco out wide for the Steelhawks. Nice snap. Handed off inside to Deering maybe. Or Cuglietta. Scrambles and gains out to the 47-yard line.
Sorry, 16. Kalen Cuglietta.
Kalen Cuglietta with the carry.
That's about 15 yards.
Nice
first
job.
down.
Now that we got a break in the action, Scott and I have been talking about the players of the game really briefly, and it looks like we have come to an agreement. So for the Superior Heights Steelhawks with 1 touchdown on the game, number 4 quarterback Caden Gauthier, great game for him. And for the Korah Colts with a couple great grabs and 2 touchdowns. Sorry, with a couple great runs and 2 touchdowns. Number 17, Nathan Higham. So congrats to both. It'll be 4 Gauthier and 17 Higham for your players of the game.
16 yards.
And Cuglietta showing no quit, getting down to the 30 as they refuse to wave the white flag.
Of course, Cuglietta is a guy we also considered. Cuglietta and Gauthier with great games today as we quickly approach the final minute of this one.
And Parker Rushton, 44, in there as a Sam linebacker. Let's hope he can get involved in the play here and get his name called for a tackle, get on the scoreboard. Gauthier keeps the ball, takes it wide, pursued by number 54 and number 80. Seamus Ryan chasing him down.
Goes around the end, does well to stay in bounds as long as he can.
Chasing Gauthier, but Gauthier able to scamper down to the
Dylan Fleet
17-yard line. So inside the red zone, Steelhawks on the march again. And what an accomplishment it would be if they could score one more before the end of the game and close it down to 21 points.
Absolutely, that would be another moral victory for the Steelhawks. You know, they came out the second half, couple starters sitting out for Korah, but they had a great second half nonetheless. I like to think that they improved on a lot of things. I think they were a lot better out of the huddle. They were a lot more prepared out of the huddle, it seemed, just after the half. their plays, like they're always moving up the field. They're never running backward like they kind of were in the first half. So there's a lot to work on, even in contrast from the first and second half that they've improved on. So the Steelhawks are a team that you got to watch out. They could be a dark horse in this playoffs. You never know.
Hey, like I said, they got to play the game, and a lot of these guys stepping up to play the game include 36 Peyton Rushton, who's in now to play. Oscar Ryan getting his chance. So again, everybody loving the game and everybody loving to play. So 6 seconds left to go. Let's see if these Steelhawks can march it in for one more score. Nice play. Nice job to cut back inside. Nice pursuit by 44. 44, Parker Rushton calling his name, getting the tackle.
With another good run. Timeout.
And again, just shows you the depth, because Parker Rushton not a starter, but able to come up in a late in the game and do an admirable job. Great pursuit, great work to the ball.
And you got to think a guy like that would be starting on any other roster.
And that's the problem with the depth of the Korah Colts. If you're just on the fringe, you just have to be encouraged by your play in these late stages of the game and work to show somebody that you even need a chance at special teams. Maybe you'll see Rushton on special teams and some of these other guys that are, making a case for themselves to get some more playing time. And you see, especially, a lot of these teams in the senior loop, including the St. Mary's Knights and these Steelhawks and Colts and the White Pines Wolverines for that matter, they play a lot of their guys, their studs, play both offense and defense. If you have a guy that comes up and says or shows that you can give your guy a break, confident that there's not much of a drop off for that second level guy, then you can save your guys for late in a game, in a close game. It might be the difference. Nice job to roll out.
Oh.
He had a man, and I'm sure that Cugletta wants that back.
Look at Gauthier hustling and hurrying his guys up, getting them back in the offense. That's a true leader for this football team.
So you're saying there's a chance. And that's that hurry-up offense that I love to see. So they're trying to get one more play in. They need to.
Not sure if they will here.
The bell will ring end of the game, but they'll have one play
penalty. This will be the last play of the game.
So again, no quitting. Gauthier, somewhere deep down, he thinks they still got a chance.
Yep.
And I love that fire in the belly by Gauthier. So let's see if they can scamper one in or throw deep for a quick 6 here.
And good on the officials for seeing that they were ready to go and letting them play this last play here.
Nice ball, throwing it up. They got him in. And it's
Touchdown!
Open. Nicely done.
Touchdown, Superior Heights.
Nice.
And again, nice job of Cugletta staying in, making his block, taking a lick on the last play of the game.
Jacob Nelson hauls in a last
35-13 your score.
second pass.
We may have to have the extra kick, but I don't know in a game where it's out of reach whether
Referees
they'll
have
make
waved
a
the flag.
pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's
So they're
the
calling
game.
that
That's
the
gonna be
game. And the final score,
35-13
35 Korah Colts.
We invite everyone
Your
back here tomorrow night.
Steelhawks
St. Mary's and
13.
White Pines.
We'd like to thank you guys for joining us here on
For those of you
Saultsports.com.
wondering, next
Make sure you
action
join
next
us
week,
tomorrow for a
Superior Heights
doubleheader
takes on
between the St. Mary's
on
Knights and
Thursday
the White
night.
Pines Wolverines.
And Korah
For
will take
John
on White
Ostrowski,
Pines
I'm Scott
on
McPherson.
Friday.
Thank you for coming
Ladies and
out and
gentlemen,
enjoying
it's been a
your
beautiful night.
big night of
Have a
high school
great
football.
weekend.
We hope to hear you tomorrow and see you. Sorry.